Hi, I'm Kent Sherman, Senior Editor for Cell Phones at CNET.com. I'm here at CES 2009, of course. Want to show you the Motorola Aura. This is a real interesting phone. Motorola introduced it earlier this year. What it is actually a very design-centric phone, as you might see. Was inspired by high-end watches. So, a few things unique about this phone. It is the only phone with a completely circular display. What we have seen before is we've seen phones that maybe the frame surrounding the screen is circular, and then the actual display itself is square. But it is very interesting in that sense. You can see have a clock design here, so it actually does look like a regular clock or regular watch. This is etched here on the front. It takes about 2 weeks to do, apparently. It's very nicely designed. It is stainless steel. Has some Swiss workings involved. There is ball bearings for the flip. It goes like that. You might think this phone looks like the V70, which is a Motorola that they had quite a few years ago. Same sort of thing where you had a kind of a big round section up here and then a smaller section that flipped up. Of course, this does have the circular display. The Motorola V70 did not. One thing that's interesting is you can see here on the back, there are you can see the gears inside, so you can see the phone as it turns. I can say that it feels very solid, very sturdy. I can't imagine this phone wearing out over time. It's a lot of phones that have the swivel design. We've seen those before. Swivels tend to fall out or tend to wear out over time that I've discovered. I had a Sony Ericsson that was a swivel, and it just broke pretty quickly. So this is nice. It definitely feels solid in the hand. It is a bit heavy. Certainly not a phone that you could slip in a pocket, but certainly not a phone that you'd want to slip in a small purse around the pocket because it does feel a little weighty. But of course, with that with that heaviness, you do get a very solid phone, very sturdy, so I do like it in that sense. It does have a camera. It is 2 megapixel. Has a music player. If you flip up the phone like that, you can see that they have a nice menu design. Can't make calls on this because there's not an active SIM in it. But if you go to the menu, we can see that there are the icons around. Reminds me a little bit of the menu design that Motorola started on the Motorola Rocker E8 and a couple other phones where they had little icons so you could just rotate through. Had a navigation toggle here in the middle. It's pretty nice. It is raised above the surface of the phone. It is a little big. And a nice section of keys. Keys are flat, but they were a little slippery, but I did feel like I could use them pretty easily. Just a volume rocker. There is a memory card. It is behind the battery, or it is behind the battery cover, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but does nice to have the memory. Has all the features you might expect, sort of a mid-range feature set. Has that megapixel camera, has a music player, has organizer features, and has messaging and email and things like that. So. Pretty interesting phone, pretty flashy, pretty fashionable. Will cost you, it is $199.99. That's $1,999. It is available on Motorola.com. Carrier does not offer this, and I can't imagine a carrier in the U.S. at least offering it. If even if it did, that rebate would probably not be enough to really cover the cost of the phone. But if you like flash, if you like some blitz, if you like some bling, definitely a phone that I would consider. This is the Motorola Aura. Really has a decent feature set, but all about that design.